And let's get you breaking news. The NTA has scheduled the re-examination of NEET 2026 on Sunday, 21st of June 2026. So right now, we have a date of the re-examination. There has been outrage over the paper leak. The CBI is probing how the leak took place. Multiple leads in the investigation. The government is also facing questions. Now the NTA is requesting candidates and parents to rely only on its official channels for all further information. So after Leakgate rocked the National Testing Agency, the NEET UG retest date is now out, and this is the re-examination that is to be held on the 21st of June. Here we are talking about more than 22 lakh students who've been told that they have to give a re-examination on the 21st. The exam that they had given, they had appeared for, took place on the 3rd of May. And after that, the NTA cancelled it after they got to know of the irregularities. Let me go across to Kritika. Student community is outraged. They are seeking accountability from the NTA. The probe has been going on. Some arrests and detentions have been made in the last few days. For now, the re-examination date has been fixed to the 21st of June. But there are still a lot more answers that the NTA has to give, isn't it, Kritika? What is the NTA? What does the NTA have to say about the larger problems that exist in the system?
Well, absolutely, Sagarika. Remember, most of these students are calling for the scrap of NTA. They do not want the NTA to be the body responsible for conducting these exams. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, after NK Stalin, we're now seeing the new Chief Minister, Vijay, has also called for an end to NEET exams in its entirety, and even has recommended that state governments be responsible for admission into colleges on the basis of the marks obtained by students in class 12. So the entire thrust in the system of NEET examinations, especially the role of the National Testing Agency in fact, conducting these examinations are under lens currently.
Right.
What we're also understanding is that more announcements can be made, because remember, a key point made by CBI is that the accused has been able to obtain the PDF files of these NEET question papers through their NTA source. Of course, with this bigger revelation coming in, the body has definitely a lot to answer for. There has been multiple transfers and the changes in appointment as far as the DG is also concerned. So definitely all of these things will be looked into. Will the Education Minister, however, speak on this is something that currently...
Transfers, changes, arrests, detentions, investigation. But will all of this solve the larger systemic problem? Because what happened with NEET 2026 is not something that happened for the first time. And many are saying that no lessons have been learnt even after the leak that happened in 2024, the leaks that happened previously. The opposition has been citing the number of more than 90 paper leaks in the last few years itself. And that's the next piece of breaking news information also that we have for our viewers. Yes, the NTA has announced a date for the re-examination, which is the 21st of June. But the focus is also going to be on the Education Minister's briefing. And that's the information that we have for our viewers. Amid the outrage over the NEET paper leak, Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan is likely to hold a briefing. This is expected in a few minutes from now. There have been a lot of huddles that have been taking place. There is the NTA which has come out and has said that we understood that there has been a problem and we immediately asked the CBI to take over. But the focus is going to be on the government's response, on the Education Minister's response. The questions are only mounting. The student community, especially the students who gave the exam, more than 22 lakh students who now have to also give a retest, they are seeking accountability from the system. Their parents are also devastated because this is about months and months of sleepless nights, of hard work. And why? Because parents one day saw a dream that their children could become doctors. Going across once again to Kritika, my colleague, the focus is going to be on what the Education Minister will say in his briefing. But give us a lowdown of what has been happening. What about the huddles? What about the action, the stock taking? What happened in the last 24 hours when it comes to the government's response, the ministry's response, Kritika?
Well, even till late last night, in fact, we are learning that there was a very important briefing that was being conducted at the residence of the Education Minister itself. It was attended by both Secretary for Higher Education and that of School Education. The DG for NTA was also present. In fact, CBSE's chairman, as well as the chairpersons of KVs and Navo Vidyalayas were also present, and other senior officials as well. So, of course, key details on the conduct of NEET. This is also an examination that has repeatedly been reported to be a victim of malpractices as well. The DG in the past, even speaking exclusively to Times Now, has clarified that there is a lot of financial incentive when it comes to the paper leak of the NEET examination, because there are parents, there are students who are in fact willing to shell out a lot of money, an amount ranging in lakhs.
Who will rein in the leak mafia? When will this menace come to an end? That is the larger question that is being asked, but more information coming in.